Scotland is an amazing place. It's beautiful. It's my home country, obviously. Scottish accent and all that. But when it's like this in the countryside where you've got Scotch mist, the kind of low-lying fog, it just looks stunning. I'm going to show you a quick shot of what I'm standing and where I am. But when I say to people about Scotland, they say they love it. They've seen it on TV, it looks amazing. And then they ask me where I live, and I say, well, actually, I live in China. And they go, oh, I don't like China. Bad China. I'm like, what? What do you know about China? And they say, well, I've seen it on TV, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and blah, blah, blah. And I say, well, have you ever been to China? No. Well, what do you know about China? Well, food and some stuff, but I know they're bad. You know nothing. You're just parroting what the media is telling you to parrot. Anyway, China's beautiful. Scotland is beautiful. I'm going to share with you a wee bit more. Maybe touch on what I'm seeing this time and the difference. Because we talk about how tense people and how anxious people are here in Scotland. But it's Christmas time. Everybody's happy, including me. See you soon. So the people of the UK seem happy. But I do honestly think it's kind of surface level happy. I believe, having spoke to some people, they're just waiting for the next big thing to happen. And I'm not sure what it is. I don't think they're sure what it is, but that's what they're telling me. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to show you the countryside, eh? Be back in a second. Aye. Oh, well, I'll come back. So what was I saying? So, the UK and Scotland, they seem quite happy at the moment. The Western world is happy. And so they should be. It is the happiest time of the year in this part of the world. It is Christmas time, the origins of which are always that little bit vague, invented by the Romans to offset a pagan holiday, a ritual. It has all evolved into a gifting and celebration of Jesus Christ's birthday, and it's presented as a Christian holiday. But if you're honest, it is the largest commercial event in the Western world, and it knows no boundaries, as many people around the world take the time out to celebrate with family and friends, no matter where they're from, what religion or whatever, and they take that time to spend their money. So I will be heading back to China for Christmas, where Christmas is kind of celebrated in the larger cities, but not so much in the smaller cities, and definitely not in the rural areas. Chinese New Year obviously is the big celebration event in China, and that is always an amazing time to be in China. It's the time to behold China. China's New Year is incredible, and I recommend you visit. But if you do come to China for the Chinese New Year, you got to come prepared, because it is full on in many ways, just full on for more than a week. Where Christmas is celebrated in China, and I do use the term loosely, as cars whiz by, it's not fully understood, and it's more of a commercial event, just like the West. Funny that. For me, the Christmas now feels less organised religion, but more a central theme of money. So China as a country, more cars, doesn't really have a denominated religion, and that is one of the things that I actually quite like about it, because religion is tolerated in China, supported, and is definitely not suppressed, as they will scream and shout about in the Western media, which always really makes me laugh, because the very same suppression of religions is what drives the evil Western monster of the military-industrial complex. These days, they're not even shy about what they're doing in the name of religion, and when I say what, who, I mean the military-industrial complex. And naively, they often point to the Christian faith as some form of justification. Even our old Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Bought and Paid For, Keir Starmer, was off visiting military bases in Cyprus for Christmas, and another one of his useless moments he let the curtain slip, and we all could see and hear exactly what our military is being used for. And dare I say it, it's being used in a way that we have no say. And we will end up paying the price for commercially, and obviously with the casualties of our sons and daughters. Have a look at this guy. This is what he actually said, our PM, Mr. Keir Starmer.
Some or quite a bit of what goes on here can't necessarily be talked about all of the time. It isn't, although we're really proud of what you're doing, we can't necessarily tell the world what you're doing here. And therefore it makes it really important to say thank you, to acknowledge that. Because although we're not saying it to the whole world for reasons that are obvious to you, the whole world is relying on you.
All done in the name of the Christian faith, my backside. I urge you to look behind that, and while you're doing that, slap on the movie The Highlander, fantastic old movie. And in that movie, they will tell you there can be only one.
There can be only one.
And it ain't Christianity. Maybe it's money, not sure. Maybe it's something else. But then I better stop before I get into trouble. They turned the heating on here. That's why my face is glowing red. But I think I'm going to change location. So getting back to what I experience when people here in the developed world, the highly educated Western world, the place where everything good in the world can only ever come from. And I say that with a hint of heavy sarcasm. What I hear when China comes up in the conversations is nothing short of what I would say blind stupidity. People are just, for me, frustratingly ignorant about China and what China is doing to support its people, and the fact that it is doing all of that in a very peaceful way. It is the world's first superpower to rise to that standing without war and conflict. But as I often say, the people that are ignorant, it's not really their fault. The people who dislike China, they do it for no reason, and it's because they don't get told the truth. It's not their fault. It is advantageous to the powers that be to keep you in the dark about the reality of the good stuff that happens elsewhere in the world. They don't want you to ask questions, and God forbid if you do get busy and learn beyond what they tell you to learn, and you do end up asking questions, then we might ask the questions about so much war, and they won't be able to handle it. And I know for a fact that if we did, we would definitely be standing strong against the whole war machine and demanding much more peace. But there is no money in peace, so they blind us with nonsense while they reap in the old cash. Walk on. So I've come to realise that there is two types of people in the world, regardless of the colour, religion or the birthright. Two types of people. There are the people that they want to see. They are very curious. They're demanding more than just the average. And there's the people that don't. These are the people that put their head in the sand. The people that don't want to see. And when they find out, they just find out too late, which I fear will be 2025 for me. I think it will just be that year where, that moment where people who don't want to see, they actually get to see, and they find out the curtain falls and they're shocked, like as if they didn't see it coming. The question is, what type of person are you? Anyway, to wrap up this video, we are all in for a rocky year ahead, if you ask me. 2025, it's not going to be the best year ever. But meanwhile, celebrate and enjoy the time with your family. I'm off to take part in this beautiful time of the year by spending my money. I'm getting cold. I've been wandering about for a while. So yeah, I'm off to spend my money. I am a hypocrite, but ain't we all? Take care of yourself, your family, your local community. Above all, peace out. Take care. Catch you soon. was.